Men and women of Reddit who caught their significant others cheating. How did you do that? And what was your reaction? My ex and I used to share a computer. She was getting messages from her first boyfriend. I didn't bother reading them, because I figured he was just saying hi or wanted to know where she was in life now. A couple of months later, I'm on the computer, and she insisted that she log out while I'm there. Okay. Things feel weird here. Another couple of days pass, and she wants to visit her parents. Okay, cool. I keep the kids and she goes off. I get a call from one of my buddies who works at a hotel where my ex and I are both from, saying my wife just checked in with another guy. So long story short, divorced her. Duck you, Stephanie. Edit fixed a word. Edit 2, I've been trying to reply and upvote everyone, but I gotta take a break. It's been fun. I'll reply and upvote the rest when this isn't relevant anymore. June 1st, 2018. Normal day. A Friday. My husband had kissed me goodbye and gone to work. I was cleaning the house for company who was coming to stay the weekend. The doorbell rang. There was a man at my door who introduced himself as the husband of a woman who my husband worked with. He was there to tell me that my husband and his wife were having an affair. He had busted them about 6 months prior and had told his wife that she had to end the affair. He thinks that she did end it, for about 3 months, but then they started up again. When he found out they were at it again, he called my husband, because he knew if he confronted him in person, he'd be in a jail cell for what he'd have done. On the phone, he told my husband to leave his wife alone or else he would come and tell me everything that was happening. Apparently, my husband thought that he was bluffing. So I was literally the last to know. My husband never came home again. He got an Airbnb and a lawyer. The divorce was December 21st, 2018. We had been together for 24 years. Still hurts. I caught my wife after she passed away from cancer. Worst feeling ever. Caught between unending love, mourning and absolute anger. How did you find out? Her phone that she was overly protective of is how I found out. A week before she passed her and I took the passwords off her phone so I could respond to her texts and take care of her business. After she passed, maybe a week or two after, I explored her phone and found numerous texts, emails and sexting. How the hell did she find the time and energy, while dying from ducking cancer? I'm so sorry, but I did read your other comments and am glad you're doing better these days. I'm just like, but how? She didn't know she had cancer. From day of diagnosis it took 2 months for the cancer to take her. That's incredibly frightening. I'm so sorry about all of it. This is almost word for word how the convo went. Me, you sleeping with so and so, yay, want a divorce? Her, kind'em, okay, I'll file tomorrow. I like how simple that went. Sometimes it's just done, you know? But I'm curious, was it really as short as it sounds? Like neither of you make it worse. Oh yeah, it was a super civil conversation. We were just both at a point where we were just tired. Let's just rip the band-aid off and get it over with. I want to say congrats. I feel like that's so hard to do but easy at the same time. It also always makes me wonder, if you can be civil about cheating and divorce, why can't you be civil enough to move towards divorce before you've cheated? I know it's a touchy subject for some people and that they cheat to force it, but if you can be an adult, why not go the whole way? Maybe I'm failing to empathize here, I just really don't get it. I think the simplest answer is that most people coming out of a long-term relationship just don't want to be alone. I'm with you though, I'd much rather end one relationship, especially physically, before moving on to someone else. But also saying this as someone who's broken up with 2 cheaters before. Went for my yearly checkup and tested positive for chlamydia. Turns out my ex was sleeping around. Edit, apparently false positives are common with these types of tests, so have yours so tested as well. I hope you're in a relationship where you can openly talk about such things. This happened to me too. Then my ex faked a doctor's note with the words negative, yet he was still prescribed antibiotics, just in case. Little did I know that everyone and their mom advises to never take antibiotics unless you really need them. Also, the condom in his wallet was missing, but he insisted he used it with me. I was on the pill. Edit, to clarify, I live in BC, Canada, and my experience with doctors and walk-in clinics is they seldomly prescribe you meds unless you have a confirmed diagnosis. It's extremely inconvenient, but let's say I come in with suspected strep, I'll have to take a test, wait for the results and then make a second appointment to pick up a prescription if the results are positive. Just wanted to share this lovely gem of a PSA regarding antibiotics. U2.B. I caught my ex sexting a chick and telling her how he missed her on my birthday. I was young at the time and reacting with crying and yelling. If it ever happened now, I would just get up and leave. No point in trying to mend the relationship because it's near impossible to gain the trust that was lost. Edit, spelling error. A few years back I was dating this girl, and ended up becoming really good friends with her brother. He appreciated me helping their family when their father died suddenly. 2 years into the relationship, asked to meet up for coffee and a serious talk. Apparently he caught his own sister with another guy, a mutual friend of ours. It had been going on for like a year. Broke up with her. Still friends with the brother. The end. What a bro. For real. It was clearly the right thing to do, but people underestimate how hard it is to do it. In fairness, you have no way of knowing how the cheated on person will take it. There are so many stories of people trying to do the right thing but the cheatee shoots the messenger instead of being mad at the cheater. This first started back in December right before we went on a holiday trip to see my family. She started acting somewhat off, kinda distant, and easily aggravated. I had a suspicion that something was going on and am embarrassed to admit that I snooped on her iWatch. Found some incriminating texts she had with a friend, so I confronted her in January. She tells me that she kissed a guy that she works with and that was it. We were having some issues in our relationship and I choose to forgive her, and we decided to try working on some of the issues we were having. Well, fast forward to this past May, she breaks down that she wasn't honest with me and that she had actually ducked this other dude. We split after the news. We had been together 8 years and had been engaged for almost 2 years. Our wedding date was supposed to be fucking yesterday. It's still fucking killing me. I don't even know where to go from here. 2020 can go eat a dick. Edit, whoa, I did not expect this blow up. Thanks for the awards and kind words. I'm trying to upvote respond to everyone that I can. That means the final piece is in the past as of yesterday. You've got your whole future man, and if you almost married one you'll find another. They will be better, and you'll be a stronger man. I owned a house with my fiancé. I woke up in the middle of the night and he wasn't in bed. I went searching. His truck and another vehicle were in the driveway. Then, I went upstairs and found the guest bedroom was locked. After barging my way in, I found him with another woman in bed. That bed happened to be my childhood bed. He forced me out of the room. Literally grabbed me by the neck and pushed me out and closed the door back. I knew I couldn't do anything at that point, so I called his parents who lived a few blocks away. His dad showed up and another fight broke out. I ended up leaving and staying at his parents until dawn. I moved out that weekend and let the house foreclose. 9 years later. It's finally off my credit report. I'm happily married to an amazing man and we own a beautiful home together. In the same house? Brazen doesn't even begin to describe it. Glad things worked out for you in the long run. I hear you. It still blows my mind he was so ballsy. A friend of mine was suspicious of her husband cheating, as he went to play soccer with friends way too often. He always came already showered as he would sweat playing. One day she sewed his soccer socks together, and when he came back all showered she saw the socks were still sewed, so he wasn't playing soccer at all. Edit, spelled husband wrong edit too. Wow, this blew up. Many people are commenting how this doesn't prove he was cheating, just that he was lying. She later confronted him and he was indeed cheating. Also, many are saying clean socks would have been enough evidence, and that's true. I guess she didn't think that deep about it. I'm impressed. Dated a girl for about 2 years. Like 18 months into the relationship we're talking about moving in together. Then kinda out of nowhere she starts becoming distant and irritable. We ended up breaking up. Fast forward 3 months after the breakup I found that Facebook has a section where messages from non-friends are kept. Turns out my then GF was banging her ex and the UPS driver that delivered to her store at the mall. She ended getting with the UPS driver and has 3 kids. Last I checked they're ducking miserable and it brings me joy every time I think about it. Edit, in my messages was a note from the UPS driver's then wife. My ex not only cheated but broke up a marriage. So the mailman memes aren't fiction after all. Most service guys have at least a story. I was in furniture delivery for years and some women are way too forward. Starts applying for furniture delivery jobs. The odds are good but the goods are odd.